Hello everyone and welcome to Swing for Birdie Golf, day 6 of this challenge. I said we would be finishing the series up on day 9. However, I am nowhere near confident enough to say that on day 6. That was my prediction, but the thing is, we are not even close to hitting that. So, we're just going to try to improve day by day and hopefully end up swinging for birdie golf eventually. No matter how long it takes. I say no matter how long. Hopefully it doesn't take a month to swing for birdie golf, but it might just take that long. You never know.
Nice shot.
Last couple days we've been focusing on execution. I think this time I want to try to line up my shots a lot better. I feel like I've been executing decently well, especially in the previous day. This time I want to try to get basically perfect every single lineup. So here we have 11 mile an hour crosswind to the right. The green is pretty flat here on the first hole, so even though the green map is kind of weird. I think I want to aim this not super far out. I'd say about there looks pretty good. Give it about 3 dots of power. Land it just on the green and hopefully roll it up. That looks perfect. And that's just a great shot. If it was a little bit more power, probably could have been an eagle, but I don't think we're going to get a chip and eagle on this hole for a very long time, so this looks pretty straight as well, maybe a tiny bit to the right. And we just tap that in for the birdie. Great start. If we keep putting ourselves really close to the hole with our execution on the chips, we should be getting ourselves great opportunities for birdies every single hole. And sometimes eagles. So, here, pretty major crosswind. It is 6 miles an hour, but still pretty major. The green is left to right as well, until you get close to the pin. I think it's going to bounce me to the right as well. We learned that in the last episode. So what I'm going to do, aim it to about there, and we're going to give it about just over that third dot again. That's like 3.2, but that's okay. Should stay on the green, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's on the fringe. Can putt from there. If it was 3.1, that would have been great. But 3.2 is okay. Let's get it to about there. Do I want to? No, I don't want to chip this. What am I saying? I'm going to give this about, since it is kind of downhill, I'll give it like just over that dot of power. Okay, that was a lot over that dot. Oh, actually, I still shorted it. Okay. Tap and par is okay, though. That is fine. Could have been a birdie if I executed better on the first shot, but we had a difficult putt to make it in for birdie. I ended up putting it very, very close, so I don't mind that. Aim this just the tiny bit left of that tree. Full power it.
Nice shot.
And that is really good. We're going to be having a decent shot in between those trees. Hopefully to end up just short of the green. And with no wind on this hole, we can maybe get ourselves a tap-in birdie.
Nice shot.
Or potential eagle. We're going to be in the bunker, which is totally fine. 40-yard bunker shot is great. Now, how is the green looking here? It's a little bit left to right. I'm going to aim it a tiny bit to the left. And hopefully, let's just give it like 2 and a little bit. Actually, no. So it is kind of uphill, so I'm going to give it about 2.5 dots of power here. That looks pretty good. Okay, no chip and eagle. Needed to aim it a little bit more to the left, but
Nice approach.
we got a tap and birdie on this hole, which is just great. Sometimes you get in tree trouble. Sometimes
Nice birdie.
I red bar and end up really far off, but that was pretty good. Okay, we have the hole of doom. Hole number 4. We do have left to right wind, which I don't think I've seen too often. It is kind of uphill and left to right on the green, but where the pin is, not so much. We're gonna maybe, do we full power the 5 and backspin it? Or just under full power it? We could go to the 3. I think I'm gonna do the 5 though and get a ton of backspin here.
Nice shot.
It's basically what I wanted to do. Can we get the backspin? Oh yeah, we can. Beautiful tap and birdie. I feel like we're playing phenomenally today. So far. We are giving ourselves a tap and birdie on the hole of doom, which is just phenomenal.
Nice birdie.
Now maybe it's not the hole of doom. Can we retire that? The hole of doom now? Is it over? I don't think I've hit an OB for a very long time. So honestly, maybe we do retire it. This... Ooh, do I want to aim it out there? Maybe just aim it directly in the middle of the pine tree. And then that way we can let the wind push us to the left. Oh no. Okay, slight red bar to the right is actually perfect. If I red bar that to the left, could have been in the danger zone. I'm actually going to move my mic because I'm kind of hitting it a little bit with my arm. Okay, for this shot, I'm going to say we aim it basically to the edge of the rough and let the wind push us to the middle of the fairway. Just hit it full power. Not another red bar. Oh, red barring it to the right is decent, though. 2 red bars, and we're somehow closer than we normally are on this hole. Okay, we have major crosswind here on the green. It's pretty straightforward uphill. I think I want to club up to the 9-iron and give it about close to 2 dots. Say 1.9 is pretty good. Let's hit it up there. Oh, that was way underpowered. And the wind did not push me nearly far enough to justify that.
Nice on.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad shot overall. Not lined it up correctly at all. This is pretty uphill and pretty right to left. So I'm going to put it in the center of like a hole to the right. Give it about 1.5, 2 dots. That was way overpowered, but it worked out.
Nice birdie.
I think I needed to aim it more to the right for it to be actually a power of like 1 3/4 there, but it worked out. Okay, we have some right to left wind here, which makes me want to go for this line over here, where we can backspin it potentially. However, it's not super right to left, it's just a little bit. It's more diagonal than anything. I think I'm going to aim it to about there, and then hopefully... The thing is, that tree is so in the way, I'd have to basically aim it into the rough to really have a chance. So maybe I just go for the trees here. This is difficult. What do I want to do with this? Maybe I do aim it to get in the rough. So I aim in the center of that tree, get it in the rough, and then just like spoon it down into that area, maybe 3-iron it if we end up avoiding the tree. So I think we can full power it here. I don't think we're going to end up in the bunker ever.
Nice shot.
That was good, though. Okay, we're going to end up just the edge of the fairway, I think. So that's a perfect shot. The right edge of that fairway. That's where I wanted to aim it. But I said, if we end up in the rough, it's fine. We ended up almost perfectly for the second shot. I'm going to aim it just about there. Give the 5-iron a ton of backspin. With about 3.5 dots. That's fine. Oh, is that tree going to clip us? Oh. I did not think that tree would be any trouble. We had basically perfect aim, though. Maybe we just need to go a little bit more power and a lot more backspin. We did execute perfectly, though. And we had a good aim. It's just I didn't think the tree was going to be an issue. So, let's see. I think we want to give us about a 3/4 of a dot of power. The green is so left to right, I'm going to aim to the left of the hole. Maybe not so much, but a little bit to the left. Or like an 1/8 of a dot of power. That looks perfect. Oh, okay, that was close. That was really close. So we're going to have a tap in par,
Nice approach.
which is totally fine for how difficult this hole looked initially. And it was really, really difficult. So honestly, that is totally fine. Totally okay with a par there. Played that really well, all things considered. That could have been easily a bogey if we didn't play that essentially perfect. So I'll take it. So we're going to do the little hook shot here into the edge of the fairway here, which somehow I haven't messed up this shot very much in the series, even though it might be pretty difficult overall. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that we're good at that shot, but we're good at it, so who cares? That seems really good aim, actually. Then we're going to give it about 3.5, I'd say. Seems pretty good. Actually, I want to try and give it backspin here. Yeah, I'm going to try and give it backspin.
Nice.
Like towards the hole or anything, but... Oh, is that not going to make it? Oh, no. Oh, no. I really thought that was much more of a downhill than that. That is a terrible miss. Wow. I thought 3.5 was plenty. Well, it's good to know that on hole 7, we cannot be shorting that at all. We have to go much more power than you think. 7-iron, I'm going to give it probably like 2 and a bit. That's a 2 and a lot. Hopefully my backspin comes into play. It does not. Okay, this is a disaster hole right here. This is an absolute disaster hole. We have to chip for bogey, which is absolutely atrocious. I'm going to aim it just to the right of the hole because of the wind and give it about 1 dot. Oh, it lips out. Oh, we could have salvaged a bogey there.
Nice approach.
That was really close. Oh boy, we have an uphill battle for us and an uphill putt for double bogey, which is not ideal. Wow, I mean, it would have been a par, I guess, if I didn't mess up the first shot, or the second shot. Oh boy. We're only -2. That is a disaster class. Oh my goodness. What are these conditions? I guess I'll aim it out to there. It's in the center of the green, so I'm just going to try and aim for the center of the green. And give it a lot of backspin, but not... I guess we can't really underpower this too much. Like 3 dots might even make it. So let's give it like 3.2, I'd say. Maybe 3.3. And get a ton of backspin on the 5-iron. That looks perfect. Give it some backspin. And hopefully can roll it pretty close. That was a great shot. That was a fantastic shot.
Nice approach.
We are going to have, hopefully, a tap-in birdie here. 6 feet away. Just under a dot. Nice.
Nice birdie.
Good bounce back from the previous hole. We're at -3. Hopefully -4 going into the back 9. Hole 9, par 5. No wind. I think that's basically perfect aim, honestly. Let's go a tiny bit to the right, actually. Okay, that is a fine red bar. Not too big of a deal. I think we're just going to still end up in the fairway, funnily enough. It's not too big of a deal to a red bar. It would be much bigger of a deal if I shorted that. So, we're going to give the spoon like 2 dots or something. Maybe to about there. And end up at the edge of the fairway, hopefully. It's going to roll down quite a bit. That's a perfectly fine shot. Now here we want to go for some backspin, I think. Because the pin is front right. Maybe not front right, but right. And we have a huge bunker on the right to deal with. Can aim it dead on. Give the 5 iron like 3 and 3.4. Seems about good. With a little bit of backspin.
Nice shot.
Perfect. Can we get the backspin though? Give us the backspin. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, that went a lot further than I thought. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Nice one.
That right pin is kind of difficult then. Because how do I even... You basically have to land it perfectly on the fairway behind us, I think. There's not much fairway though, is the problem. Like, wow, this right pin is certainly something. Huh. Actually, this is a pretty straightforward putt. I'm looking at it. So, yeah, I'm going to go, like, not even right edge. And give this about 2 dots. What? Why does that go so far to the right? That was weird. Okay, well, I wasn't going to make that regardless. This right pin is very difficult then, because that did not look that much to the left there. Wow. Okay. Lesson learned for that right pin. It slopes a lot more than you think. And maybe I don't put as much backspin on it next time? I don't know. That was a strange hole. I'll take a par, though. That wasn't too bad. Let's hit a full power driver out there into the middle of the fairway. And hopefully
Nice shot.
get ourselves a chance at a tap-in birdie for a hole very similar to hole 1. So this right pin as well, so we can roll it up there instead of giving it backspin. So we can land it a lot closer to where we are. That seems pretty good on the aim, right about there. It is right to left on the green, so I'm going to end up aiming a little bit more to the right. Give it about 3 3/4-ish.
Nice shot.
Okay, that's a little bit less than I wanted. It's going to end up on the green still, but it's a pretty difficult birdie putt here.
Nice on.
43 feet is not ideal, but if I got 3 3/4, that would have been basically on the pin, so pretty happy with how I adjusted for that. And this looks pretty decently straightforward until the very end, so I'm going to adjust like so. Give it about 3 and a bit of dots. Okay, that's a little underpowered, but that's okay. It's a tap and par. I think I was too far to the right there regardless, so I'm glad I didn't overpower it, like, off the green almost. Tap and par once again, which is okay. It's not ideal, but it's whatever. So we've got -9. We could get -9 on the back 8 here, to be honest, if we play perfectly. But I don't think that's going to happen. So we just got to hope we can beat our series record by getting -7, which I think is pretty doable. Okay, I don't think we should worry too much about the terrain here. It's all over the place. So let's just aim it perfectly with the wind. And then give it 3.5 on the 5 seems good. Maybe a little bit less than that. That seems very nice. Give it a little bit of backspin. Nope, it did not give me any backspin. Okay. That's okay. Should get a par here with this. That's very left to right. Give it about, maybe not even 3/4, maybe like a half a dot of power. A little bit more than half a dot, I think. Oh, it lips out. Oh my gosh.
Nice approach.
That was so close. Tap and par, though. It's not the worst thing ever.
Nice par.
We're being consistent, at least. That's something. Even though we're not reading it correctly on the last 3 holes. It's just, we're at least being consistently okay, you know? It's full power to drive out there. This is our eagle chance right here. I don't even think it matters if we red bar it, but I'm going to try to hit it Just full. Nice. Should have aimed it maybe a little bit more to the right there. But in case I red barred it, I didn't want to take that chance. So, what are we looking at here? The spoon seems perfect for this. And aim it to about there. And hopefully give it about 3.2. 3.4 actually seems a little bit better. Okay. Seems pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to short it. Oh, okay. Is this a tap and eagle?
Nice approach.
Hopefully. We got a lot closer than we did in the last episode, but I overpowered the last one by a lot, so we got to be careful. I'm going to say right edge. Seems about right. Okay. No, you get nervous. We got our eagle, which is our first eagle in a couple days, I think. We'll take that to the bank. 5 under with 5 to play. Or no, 6 to play? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. We have more holes than I thought. Can't count, apparently. I think we roll it up with the 5-iron, give it about 3 and a little bit, 3.1, something like that. Because they're pretty high up. Like 3.2 seems pretty good, actually. I don't think it's going to roll that much. Seems about on point. That looks really good. Bounce to the right. It did, but it bounced a lot more to the right than I thought. Okay.
Nice on.
That is a pretty good shot, all things considered. It's a lot left to right here. Probably going to go to center of a cup over to the left. Give it about a dot and a little bit. Not a lot and a bit. Dot and a little bit. Oh, that's terrible. I think we're going to end up even further. Is this straight at least? Oh, it's kind of straight. I can't really tell, honestly. I think I'm going to give it to the right edge, basically. Nice. Okay. We salvaged a par there off of a really good first shot because of how terrible we overpowered that. Is this? No, there's a little bit of wind. 6 miles an hour up and to the right. You can aim it for that tree over there and hopefully get in between those two. Give it a full power drive.
Nice shot.
Almost full power. That should make it, right? Surely. It's going to give us a little bit of tree trouble, but that's fine, I think. We could lay it up here, or we could go for it all. I think I'm going to spoon, maybe even driver. Do we give driver like 2 dots here and hopefully like bounce it up? Oh, the tree. The tree got me. I think we had to go for it, though. This is like a layup of some sorts, but it has the upside of making it into the bunker or onto the green with some magic, you know? So I think that was a good enough shot. I'm going to actually aim at dead center and hope that the wind pushes me a little bit to the right and the green pushes me a little bit to the left. That looks really good. Oh, it lips out. Oh, that was really fast, too. I probably should have put some backspin on it. I didn't really think to do that, which is my fault. This is a pretty straightforward putt, actually, until the very end. So I'm going to aim just the left edge. And actually, no, let's go a little bit more. And then give it about 2.5 dots of power. Oh, that did not break at all. Wow. Okay. Well, we have a tap in par for this hole, which is okay. Not the worst thing ever.
Nice
But
ball.
it could have been a whole lot better. In many different ways. Okay, on to hole 15. Oh, do we have a ton of tailwind? Can we make it there? I don't think we can make it there, right? Well, does anyone know if it's possible to make it to the green from here? Like how much wind you would need? It might need like 30, honestly, to make it there. So I'm not even gonna get close to trying for that. But we're gonna give this about like 3.5, and hopefully
Nice shot.
end up with a very straightforward tailwind shot here between those bunkers that we can just roll up. Which looks like I've almost got that. Maybe a little bit more and it could have been perfect. Okay, it wouldn't have been straightforward tailwind regardless. What we can do is aim it a tiny bit to the right and roll up the 9-iron. I don't want to backspin this like really far away from the pin. So I'm going to give this almost full power, I'd say. Probably like 3.9.
Nice shot.
That's a little short, but it's not going to hit the bunker. It's going to roll up there. Yeah, if I full power that, it might have been off the green, so I'm kind of glad I shorted it. If I got it about 3.9, I think it would have been a tiny bit closer, but this is okay. Slight left to right here. Very nice birdie.
Nice birdie.
And I think these last 3 holes could get us a new series best. Let's see here. So, I learned last time that you want to aim basically for the top of the club face on this bunker. Since we have left to right wind, I don't think it's possible, so I'm not going to risk it. Because I think you would have to aim like here, for example, and I think that would get into tree trouble. So I'm not going to go for that. We're going to go over here and try to set ourselves up to where we don't have any tree trouble. So we're going to aim just about there and give it about 3.5, I'd say. Seems pretty good.
Nice shot.
And the wind will push us a little bit to the right. And hopefully we do not have to deal with any of those trees. We can just hit an iron way above them. Oh, this is perfect. This is literally a perfect shot. Let's see. So yeah, the wind is perfectly pushing us towards the pin, which is great. 9-iron, I think we can give maybe 3 3/4. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like 3.5 could be good.
Nice shot.
That looks really, really good. Oh, it's a tap and birdie. Isn't that just lovely?
Nice approach.
I think if I didn't make that tiny micro adjustment to the left there, that could have been a chip and angle, but we'll take tap and birdies every single day on this hole. Phenomenal stuff. We are -7, 2 holes to go. We have the most difficult hole in the game right here with not that much wind. I think it's in the face though, so this could be difficult. Okay. Definitely going to the driver here. And try to get it up there. I think we just go full, to be honest.
Nice shot.
Perfect shot. Do we end up close? Don't launch. Do not launch. Oh, nice. That's a beautiful bounce. Did not launch roll like it does many, many times on this hole.
Nice on.
We would have probably ended up in the bunker if we launched, so I'm glad we ended up getting a normal bounce. Can we get a birdie here? This looks perfectly straight to me. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit. No, I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to keep it dead center. Going to aim to get about 2 dots of power. Oh, no, it's right to left. I thought for sure at the beginning it would be left to right, so it would like even out towards the end. Wow. That sucks. I guess since it was so long, it kind of makes sense. But I really did think that it was just going to be perfectly straight. Man, that's tough. Tough break. But we can get an eagle here to tie our series best. But this wind is very difficult. I think I'm going to aim basically in the water here. And let it push us to the middle of the fairway.
Nice shot.
Good shot. We're going to end up at the end of the fairway, which is great. Now, this crosswind could be difficult for us to manage. But I do think it is very doable here. So we're going to aim it out almost into the water, not quite. Maybe like there. And give it about almost. Actually, I want to go further. I think 3 iron's good. Let me give it about 3 1/3. Seems about good. 3 1/3 seems perfect to me. Nice. That's going to be a little overpowered, I think. Yeah, that's off the green. Dang. That's a little bit more than 3 1/3, to be honest. It was almost 3 1/2. But it was a difficult hole. A lot of wind. We could chip in this in, to be fair. Tiny bit left to right, but the wind is pushing us really far, so I'm going to aim it to there. Gives us about a half a dot. Perfect. Okay, it was much more left to right, but that's okay. We have a tap in birdie, which is decent for this hole, considering how big the winds were. I will take it for sure. I mean, we went 8 under on the day, which is fantastic overall. I'd say we are improving. It's just we had... I think we had that... Yeah, that whole 7 debacle with us going out of bounds by shorting it by a ton. If that went decently okay, it would have been -10 a series PB. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with my performance. We're getting better and better each day, and that's what you want to see. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.